Hello, everybody. Yoko 007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 12-14 New York Yankees taking on the 16-9 Cleveland Indians. This is Game 4 of a 4-game series between the Yankees and the Indians. Yankees took the last two. They're looking to see if they can win the series today. The Indians looking to see if they can split the series. Who's going to take the win? We'll find out in 9 innings time. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the New York Yankees. Leading off, the center fielder, Melky Cabrera. Batting second, the shortstop, Derek Jeter. Batting third, the right fielder, Bobby Abreu. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the designated hitter, Alex Rodriguez. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Jason Gambini. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Hideki Matsui. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Morgan Insberg. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Robinson Cano. And batting ninth, the catcher, Jose Molan. On the mound for the Indians, it is Aaron Laffey. Laffey, no ERA. First time we're seeing him in this replay. He's got 5 wins and 7 losses, an ERA of a 4.323. He's pitched 93 2/3 of an inning, allowed 103 hits, 43 strikeouts, and 30 walks. So that's what he did in the regular season. Let's see how he does in the replay. And with that, Melky Cabrera makes his way up into the batter's box. He's batting a 192. We're ready for the first pitch. And that is going to be a 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a split result. So a split result off of the pitcher card. You're going to take a look at the batter and see if the batter is left or right-handed. In this case, Cabrera being a switch hitter, he's going to be batting right. So off the pitcher card, we're going to look to the right-handed side of the slash on that, and that means it is a blank. So we'll roll for Cabrera, and same thing off of Cabrera's card. 1-4, column 1, row 4. It is a split result. So we'll look to the pitcher and see if the pitcher is left or right-handed. He's a left-handed pitcher. That is going to be a double into right field. And with that, Cabrera will lead off with a double. To start this game off, and let's take a look at the starting defense for the Cleveland Indians. DeLucci will be out there in left field. Gutierrez will be in right. Michaels at DeLucci's in left. Michaels in right field. Going around the horn, we've got Blake on third. Palazzo will be at short. Carroll will be on second. Garco at first. And Martinez will be behind the plate with Laffey on the mound. Derek Jeter batting a 250. Strategy roll is a 1. Anytime we have runner on base, we do roll for strategy. That is a 1. Yankees are going to hold off, infield at normal depth, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 6-1, column 6, row 1. That is a blank. And that'll be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. Fly ball back there to DeLucci. He'll make the catch. We'll check to see if Cabrera will go to third with runners on second and less than 2 outs on balls hit to F7. We subtract 2 from the base run rating. Base run rating is a 0. We take a D6, roll it against that, and that is a 0. So he will hold. Strategy roll is a 20. On a 1 to 2, it's a bulk, so anytime a 20 comes off, it is a pickoff attempt. That's a 17. Nothing happens. Abreu batting a 236 infield at normal depth, and that'll be a 1-6. By the way, we're here at Progressive Field, which gives a +1 to strikeouts, but nothing to home walks or home runs. And with that, it'll be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a strikeout. On a 1-9, the 17 is too high. And that'll be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. It's a ground ball down the first baseline to Garco. He'll make the catch. And with that, on balls hit to first, second, or the catcher, the runner will advance. So Cabrera will go to third with 1 out, and now runner in scoring position. That's going to bring up Alex Rodriguez. He's batting a 365. Once again, the strategy roll is a 20. 14, nothing happens. And that'll be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a blank. And that'll be a 5-2, column 5, row 2. It's a pop-up down to third base. Blake getting underneath it. Makes the catch, and that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Yankees do leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Cleveland Indians. Leading off, the left fielder, David DeLucci. Batting second, the second baseman, Jamie Carroll. Batting third, the designated hitter, Travis Hefner. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the catcher, Victor Martinez. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Johnny Palatra. Batting sixth, the first baseman, Ryan Garco. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Casey Blake. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Franklin Gutierrez. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Jason Michaels. On the mound for the Yankees, it is Mike Mussina. He comes in today's game with a starting ERA of a 7.19. He's got no wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 26 1/3 of an inning, allowed 34 hits, 23 strikeouts, and 4 walks. And with that, David DeLucci steps up into the batter's box. He's batting a 232. And here is the first pitch. And that'll be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a blank. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. Fly ball back there to right field. Abreu getting underneath it, makes the catch. And out number 1. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the New York Yankees. Matsui will be out there in left field. Cabrera will be in center. Abreu will be at right. Going around the horn, we've got Innsberg on third. Jeter will be at short. Kano on second. Gambini on first. Milan will be behind the plate. And Mussina will be on the mound. Jamie Carroll batting a 219. And that'll be a 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a blank. And that'll be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. Ground ball down the third baseline. Innsberg will get the ball. Throw it over to Gambini for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and that's going to bring up Travis Hefner. Hefner batting a 165. And that'll be a 3-1, column 3, row 1. That is a strikeout on a 1-5. That is a 9. Struck him out. So the Yankees retire the Indians in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 up, 3 down. After 1, we're tied at 0. We go to the top of the second. Jason Gambini, Hideki Matsuri, and Morgan Innsberg 2 up for the Yankees. Jason Gambini batting a 203, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a possible error on a throw. And that'll be a 3-6, column 3, row 6, double star 3. It's going to be a ground ball to Palatra. His error rating is on a 1 to 5. So on an error rating, we check the number in the bracket. That is a 12, no error there. Make the catch. Throw it over to Garko for out number 1. Hideki Matsui batting a 346. And that'd be a 6-2, column 6, row 2. That is a blank. And that'd be a 6-1, column 4-6, sorry. Column 4, row 6, double star 1. Ground ball to second base. Cowell will make it. Throw it over to Garko. Out number 2, 2 up, 2 down. Morgan Insberg batting a 154. And that'd be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a blank. And that'd be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. That's going to be a base hit past second base. And with that, Insberg will get on with a base hit. Insberg keeping the inning alive. That's going to bring up Robinson Cano. Cano batting a 200. Strategy rolls a 4. Yankees are going to hold off, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 2-5. Column 2, row 5. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 7, that is a 3. Struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Yankees. We go to the bottom of the second. It's going to be Victor Martinez, Johnny Palatra, and Ryan Garko due up for the Indians. Victor Martinez batting a 239. And that'd be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. That is a blank. And that'd be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. Double star 2, fly ball back there to Cabrera. He'll get underneath it, sees it, makes the catch and puts 1 away. Johnny Palatra batting a 302. And that'll be a 5-5, column 5, row 5. That is a blank. And that'll be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. Base hit past Matsui into left field. So with that, Palatra will get on with a base hit. Ryan Garko up. Garko batting a 288. Strategy roll is an 11. And the pitch infield, by the way, is at double play depth. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a blank. And that'll be a 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's going to be a base hit to Abreu. Palatra will go to second, but does he pick up third? He'll go from first to third with a -1 base run rating. We roll a D6 against that. That is a 2. The base run rating is a 1, and the rule says if the roll is less than or equal to the ABR, the runner will advance. Otherwise, they hold. The 2 is greater than the 1, so he will hold. And that'll bring up Kate. So with 1 out, runners on first and second, that brings up Casey Blake, who's batting a 409. Strategy rolls a 7. The infield still is at double play depth. So the Rangers will get a -1. Ground double play rating gets a +1. And the base run rating on third gets a -1. And that'll be a 4-4, column 4, row 4. Possible error. And that'll be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a ground ball to Insberg. His error rating is a 4. It's a 12. No error there. And it is hit in the hole. So double play from first to second on that. So it's hit in the hole. It's a double play. Palatra will go to third. Double play rating, nope. Hit in the hole, no. That is a 3. The die roll is a 5. Kano giving a -1. So when balls hit to ground ball to 5 with it being a right-handed batter, second base becomes the pivot. Palatra will go to third. Garco is out. Oh. So Garco will get forced out at second. And Blake is on. So it's a fielder's choice. With that, and that'll bring up Franklin Gutierrez. He is batting a .243. Runners on the corners, infield at normal depth. Strategy roll is a 12. Indians are going to hold pat. And the pitch. And that'll be a 2-1. Column 2, row 1. Possible error on a throw. And that'll be a 5-3. Column 5, row 3. Double star 5. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Matsui. His error rating is on a 1 to 6. That is a 1. It's a throwing error. And the game crashed. We'll be right. So Franklin Gutierrez is up. He's betting a .243. Strategy roll is an 8. Indians are going to stand pat, infield at normal depth. And here is the pitch. And that'd be a 4-4. Column 4, row 4. Possible error. And that'll be a 2-3. Column 2, row 3. And then going to be a base hit to Gambini. Error range. I'm sorry, it is an error check on Innsbruck. His error range is on a 1 to 4. That is a 14. No error there. So it's an RBI single by Gutierrez. Blake will hold at second and puts the Indians on the board 1-0. Jason Michaels batting a .216. Strategy rolls a 13. Indians are going to hold off. And here is the pitch. And that'd be a 5-6. Column 5, row 6. That is a walk. On a 1 to 11, the 12 is too high. Just the side of the range. 3-2, column 3, row 2. Line drive to down the third baseline to Innsbruck. He'll make the catch. And that'll retire the sides. So 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and the Indians do leave 2 stranded. After 2, it's Indians 1, Yankees nothing. We go to the top of the third. It's Jose Millan, Milky Cabrera, and Derek Jeter due up for the Yankees. Jose Millan batting a 159. And that'll be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is a range play at the ballpark. So if your result is the @ symbol off the picture card, you'll resolve the play on the ballpark card. In this case, it's also going to be a range play on the ballpark card. And that'll be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. Whose range are we checking? That's going to be a double star 4. It's going to be a ground ball to Palatra. His range is on a 1 to 3. It's a 3. Palatra makes the catch, throws it to Garco. Gets it, spins, throws it to Garco for out number 1. We go to the top of the order. Milky Cabrera 1 for 1 today. Led the game off with a double. And here is the pitch. And that'll be a 3-5, column 3, row 5. That is a walk. On a 1 to 9, that is a 7. And that'll be good for a walk. So Cabrera walks to first, and strategy roll is a 4. So it makes it a hit and run attempt. And all ground double play ratings get a -2. Base run ratings get a +2. Home run and walk rates for the batter are cut in half, rounded down. All lineouts are double plays with the exception of the error on a throw. And if the batter should strike out, we'll resolve the play as a steal. Jeter is 0 for 1 and the pitch. And that'd be a 2-1, column 2, row 1 at the ballpark. By the way, the infield is at double play depth, and that is going to be a 2-2. Column 2, row 2, it's a base hit into center field. Smacks it right in front of Gutierrez as it'll drop. Cabrera will go to second. He'll go from first to third on a -2. Gutierrez gives it a -3. That makes it a 1. And we roll 1d6 against that. That is a 3. And the 3 is higher than the 1, so Cabrera will hold on second. So, runners on first and second. That's going to bring up Bobby Abreu. Abreu is 0 for 1 today. Strategy roll 3. Here is the pitch. Yankees are going to stand pat. And that'd be a 2-6. Column 2, row 6. Possible error on a throw. And that'd be a 3-6. Column 3, row 6. It's a ground ball to Garco. His error range is on a 1-3. It's a 19, no error there. And with that, it's going to be a double play. Cabrera will go to third. It's a double play. So when balls hit to third base, the shortstop becomes the pivot on that. Aaron will add a +1. It's a +1 from Palatra, which makes it a 5. The die roll is a 1. It is a 6-3-6 double play. It's a 6-3 double play that time, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Yankees leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the third, and it's the top of the order for the Indians. David DeLucci, Jamie Carroll, and Travis Hafner do up for the Tribe. David DeLucci is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a range play. Whose range are we checking? And that'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. Ground ball to Jeter. His range is on a 1-2. It's a 4. Jeter can't make the play in time. And DeLucci will get on with a base hit. Jamie Carroll is 0 for 1. Strategy roll is a 6, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. That is a blank. And that'll be a 4-1, column 4, row 1. Fly ball back there to Cabrera. Cabrera will get underneath it. Out number 1, 1 away. Strategy roll is a 2. It's going to be a steal attempt. DeLucci left. That'll add 1. -2 makes it a 10. They're not going to send. They're going to send him. That's a 3. And with that, DeLucci will get on to, will steal second. Travis Hafner is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that'll be a 1-1, column 1, row 1, double question mark. So double question mark, when that comes up and the pitcher is not tired, we still follow it. And that is a double star 1, and that is a 3. The 3 is too high. And that'll be a 4-3, column 4, row 3, line drive up the middle to the pitcher. Mussina will make the catch, throw it over to Gambini. No double play there. They're not going to double up the, no double play there. So 2 outs and a runner on second. Victor Martinez is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 19, and here is the pitch. And with that, it'll be a 3-6, column 3, row 6, strikeout. On a 1-7, the 9 is too high. And that'll be a 3-5, column 3, row 5, ground ball to Kano. Will make the catch. and that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for the Indians. We go to after 3. It's Indians 1, Yankees nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. It's going to be Alex Rodriguez, Jason Gambini, and Hideki Matsuri due up for the Yankees. A-Rod is 0 for 1, and here is the pitch. That'll be a 5-6, column 5, row 6 at the ballpark. And that'll be a 2-3, column 2, row 3, double star 5. Fly ball back there to DeLucci. He'll make the catch and puts one away. Jason Gambini is 0 for 1. And that'll be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. That is a walk. On a 1 to 15, that is a 10, and that'd be good for a walk. So, as Gambini will trot on down to first, Hideki Matsui is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 15, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. And that'd be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. The infield is at double play depth. And that makes it a double play when balls hit to second base. The pivot is the shortstop there. So Palatra will give a +1. Laffey gives a +1. That's a +2. Add it to the ground double play rating. That makes it a 5. The die roll is a 3. And the rule says that the roll is less than or equal to the ground double play rating. It becomes a double play. It's a 4-6-3 double play. And with that, no runs, no hit, and the Yankees go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. And that's going to be Johnny Palatra, Ryan Garko, and Casey Blake due up for the Indians. Palatra is 1 for 1 today with a run scored. And that'd be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. That's going to be a range play. And that'd be a 5-5, column 5, row 5. Fly ball back there to Cabrera. His range is on a 1 to 3. It's a 5. It's outside of his range, and that's going to drop in for, we roll 1d20. On a 1 to 4, it's a double. On 5 to 20, it becomes a single. In this case, it is a single. And Palatra will get on with a base hit. Cabrera is 1 for 14 on his range plays. So runner on first, infield at double play depth, strategy rolls of 5, and that's going to bring up Ryan Garko. Garko is 1 for 1. And that'll be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a blank. We consider that a blank right now because Mike has not faced his allotted number of batters. And that'll be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. Power hit to Musidi. On a 1 to 8, it's a double. On a single, 9 to 12, it's a double. 13 to 20, it's a triple. It's a 10. That's going to drop in for a double. Smacks a double. Palatra goes to third. Garko to second. We're going to check to see if the runner is advanced. And it's a 1. So it tells us to check the second die. Lead runner advances. So Palatra will advance. And that makes it 2-0 Indians. Garko on second. Does he pick up that extra base and goes to third? The die roll, if the lead runner advances, if the roll is higher, the trailing runner holds. That is a 6. Base run rating is a 1. And Garko will hold. It's an RBI double for Garko, and it's 2-0 Indians. Casey Blake 0 for 1. Strategy roll 17. Infield normal depth, and here is the pitch. And that'd be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 14, that is a 13. In range, struck him out. Struck him out, and that'll bring up Franklin Gutierrez, who is 1 for 1 today with an RBI. Strategy roll 8. Indians going to stand pat, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 3-5, column 3, row 5. Possible error on a ground ball. And that'll be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. On a 1 to 8, it's a single. 9 to 13, it's a double. 14 to 17, that is a triple. And 18 to 20, it's a flyout. It's an 8, that's going to be good for a base hit. And error rating for Cabrera is a 4. That is a 4. It's an error. And it's a 2-base error for Gutierrez. And Gutierrez will go to third on the error there. Scores a run in. Garco will score on that one. And it's 3-0. And that is an error on Cabrera. That is his first error of the replay. Strategy roll 18, runner on third. And that's going to bring up Jason Michaels, who is 0 for 1. And that'll be a 5-5, column 5, row 5. That is a blank. And that'll be a 3-2, column 3, row 2. It's going to be a line drive down the third baseline to Innsberg. He'll make the catch. No double play there, and that'll be out number 2. So 2 away, and we go to the top of the order. David DeLucci, who is 1 for 2 today. Strategy roll is a 2, infield at normal depth. And that'd be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. That is a walk. On a 1 to 7, the 15 is too high. And that'll be a 6-6, column 6, row 6. That's going to be good for a double. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. DeLucci goes to second, and Gutierrez scores. It's 4-0 Indians. Bullpen for the Yankees is starting to warm up. Jamie Carroll up is 0 for 2. And that'd be a 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a hit by pitch. On a 1 to 17, that is a 10. It is in range. Mike gives nothing to the hit by pitch rating. And he'll hit him by the pitch. No, not yet. They're going to give him one more. Travis Hefner is up. Hefner is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll 12. Yankees need one more out. And that'll be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 15, the 20 is too high. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. Base hit past second base, past Kano. And with that, DeLucci will score. So DeLucci will score on, he'll go from second to home on a base run rating of a 3 to 6. That'll score him. Carroll will go from first to third on a 3 to 6. That is a 4. And we've got runners on the corners. And they're going to give him the one more. Victor Martinez is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. Martinez And that'll be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. That is a walk. On a 1 to 5, the 10 is too high. And that'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5, double star 4. And that's going to be a ground ball to Jeter. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. After 4, it's Indians 5, Yankees nothing. We go to the top of the 5th. Morgan Ensberg, Robinson Cano, and Jose Milan due up for the Yankees. Top of the 5th, Morgan Ensberg 1 for 1 today. And here is the pitch. And that'll be a 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 17, the 8 in range. Struck him out. And that'll be 1 away, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano. Cano 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that'll be a 5-4, column 5, row 4, double star. Cano being a left-handed batter. So off the pitcher card, we do look to the left-handed side of the slash. It's a ground ball to Carroll. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Jose Milan 0 for 1. And that'll be a 1-1, column 1, row 1. Double question mark, single on a 1 to 5, 17 too high. And that'll be a 4-1, column 4, row 1. It's going to be a ground ball down the third baseline to Blake. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. So the Yankees go down in order. No runs, no hits, and no errors. And none left on. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Johnny Palatra, Ryan Garco, and Casey Blake due up for the Indians. We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Yankees. As Mike Mussina is done. And they're going to bring in Brian Butney. Actually, they're going to bring in Ross Ollendorf. Ollendorf will come into the game with a 4.29 ERA. No wins and no losses. He's pitched 6 1/3 of an inning, allowed 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks. ERA of 4.29. Take a look at the stats here. For Mike, he went 4 innings, allowed 5 hits, 9 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch. An ERA of a 7.72. Johnny Palatra is 2 for 2 today with 2 runs scored. And the pitch, and that'll be a 2-5, column 2, row 5. That is a hit by pitch. Ross gives it a -6. That makes it a 0. The 2 is too high. And that'll be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. And that'll be good for a base hit out there in the left field. And Palatra will get on with a base hit. Strategy roll is a 20. It's a pickoff attempt. On a 1 to 3, it's a balk. It's a 15. Nothing happens. Garco 2 for 2 today with a double, a run, and an RBI. And that'll be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? And that'll be a 5-1, column 5, row 1. That's a base hit down the third baseline to Ensberg. His range is on a 1 to 3. It's a 4. Ensberg can't make the play in time. It goes right past him. Can't get it, and that'll move Palatra over to second. Garco gets on, beats the throw to Gambini. And Innsberg is 0 for 3 on his range plays. No outs, runners on second and first. And that'll bring up Casey Blake. Blake is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And that'll be a 3-3, column 3, row 3, possible error on a ground ball. And that'll be a 3-3, column 3, row 3, ground ball down the third baseline to Innsberg. His error range is on a 1 to 4. It's a 20, no error there. It's hit towards the line. Will the defense try for the force out at third or the double play? They're going to go for the force out at third. They're going to go for the double play. So double play, that is a 0. Kano gives a -1. Ground double play rating is a 2. That is a 6. And the play is only at first. So that advanced the runners. Run out, and that'll move the runners up to second and third. Franklin Gutierrez, who's 2 for 2 today with a run and an RBI. Strategy roll 12. Indians are going to hold off. And that'd be a 3-5, column 3, row 5 at the ballpark. And that'd be a 3-2, column 3, row 2, and that'd be a base hit past Jeter. With that, Garco will go to third. Will he make it? Will he advance to home? He'll go from second to home on a 3 through 6 base run rating. That is a 1. Nope, he will hold. So runners on the corners, and that'll bring up Jason Michaels. Michaels is 0 for 2. And here is the pitch. Strategy rolls are now turned off. It's an RBI single by Gutierrez. It's 6-0. And the reason we do not roll for strategy now is we take the difference in the score. In this case, it's a 6-run game. Add it to the inning we're in. We're in the 5th inning. And the number we get is 11. If the number you get is 10, or if it's greater than 10, you do not roll for strategy. If it's less than, till you bring that number down less than 10. And that'll be a 4-3, column 4, row 3, home run. On a 1 to 12, that is a 1, and that ball is out of here. It's a fly ball down the left field side. Matsui goes back, but that ball is into the stands. It's a 3-run home run for Jason Michaels. And it puts the Indians up 9-0. And that is the second home run of the replay. It's 9-0 Indians. We go to the top of the order. David DeLucci, who is 2 for 3 today with a double, a run, and an RBI. 1 out, nobody on. Ross's pull rating is 0. And that'll be a 4-5, column 4, row 5, home run chance. On a 1 to 14, the 18 is too high. And that'd be a 2-3, column 2, row 3, double star 1. And that'll be a ground ball down to second base. Kano will make the catch there. And that'll be out number 2. 2 away. Now bring up Jamie Carroll. Carroll is 0 for 2, and the pitch. Carroll 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a blank. And that'd be a 3-1, column 3, row 1, ground ball down the third baseline to Innsberg. Innsberg makes the catch here. Throws it over to first to Throws it over to Gambini for the out. 4 runs, 4 hits, and no errors, and none left on for the Indians as that ends the inning. It's after 5. It's Indians 9, Yankees nothing. We go to the top of the 6th, and the top of the order for the Yankees, Melky Cabrera, Derek Jeter, and Bobby Abreu due up for the Yankees. Cabrera 1 for 1 today with a double and a walk. And that'll be a 3-3, column 3, row 3, home run. On a 1-5, the 16 is too high. And that'll be a 2-1, column 2, row 1, ground ball down the third baseline. Blake will get it, throw it over to Garco for out number 1. Derek Jeter is 1 for 2 today. Here's the pitch to Jeter, 2-6, column 2, row 6. Possible error on a throw. And that'll be a 2-3, column 2, row 3, double star 1. Ground ball to Carroll. His error range is on a 1-3. The 17 is too high. No error there. He'll make the catch. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and that'll bring up Bobby Abreu. Abreu is 0 for 2 today, and the pitch. Abreu, 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a strikeout. On a 1-9, that is a 19. The 19 is too high. And that'll be a 3-1, column 3, row 1. That'll be good for a base hit. And with that, Abreu is on with a base hit. Next up, that's going to bring up A-Rod. A-Rod is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. Infield normal depth, by the way. And that'll be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. Possible error on a ground ball. And that'll be a 1-1, column 1, row 1. That's going to be good for a base hit down the third baseline. Error range for Blake is on a 1-8. That is a 10. No error there. And with that, Abreu will go to second, A-Rod on first. And next up, it's going to be Jason Gambini. Gambini is 0 for 1 with a walk. And here is the pitch. And that'll be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a wild pitch. On a 1-9, it's a wild pitch. 10-11, it's a passed ball. It's a 20, nothing happens. And that'll be a 3-6, column 3, row 6, double star 3. And that is going to be a ground ball to Palatra. He'll make the catch there. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and the Yankees leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Travis Hefner, Victor Martinez, and Johnny Palatra due up for the Indians. Travis Hefner is 1 for 3 today with a strikeout and an RBI. Ross still going to stay out there on the mound. Actually, they're going to bring him in. No, we do have a new pitcher now. Ross is done. And they're going to bring in Yankess. Yankess will come into the game with a 5.42 ERA. No wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 8 1/3 of an inning, allowed 11 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look here at the stats for Ross, he went 1 inning, allowed 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 1 home run, and ERA of an 8.63. Travis Hefner is 1 for 3 today with a strikeout and an RBI. It's Hefner, Martinez, and Palatra due up. And that'll be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a strikeout on a 1-15. The 20 is too high. And that'll be a 4-1, column 4, row 1. Fly ball back there to Abreu. He'll get underneath it. Makes the catch and puts 1 away. Victor Martinez 0 for 3. Martinez 1-3, column 1, row 3. That is a blank. And that'll be a 4-4, column 4, row 4. Power hit to Matsuri. On a 1-3, it's a single. 4-11, it's a double. It's a 14. Matsuri goes back, makes the catch. And that'll be out number 2, 2 away. And that'll bring up Johnny Palatra. Palatra 3 for 3 today with 3 runs scored. And that'll be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. It's a strikeout. On a 1-12, that is a 1. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the Yankees retire the Indians in order. It's 3 up, 3 down. After 6, it's Indians 9, Yankees nothing. We go to the top of the 7th. Hideki Matsuri, Morgan Ensberg, and Robinson Cano due up for the Yankees. Hideki Matsuri is 0 for 2, and here is the pitch. And by the way, Aaron Leffey can face 3 more batters before he is considered tired. So most likely this is going to be his last inning. Matsuri 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. And that'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. Ground ball down the first baseline to Garco. He'll make the catch. Puts 1 away. Morgan Ensberg is 1 for 2 with a strikeout. And that'll be a 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a strikeout. On a 1-17, that is a 3. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano. Cano is 0 for 2. So that'll be 2 away. 2-1, column 2, row 1 at the ballpark. And that'll be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. It's a fly ball back there to DeLucci. He sees it, eyes it up, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. And Singh, take me out to the ball game. So the Yankees go down in order. No runs, no hits, and no errors as the Indians retire the side. Easy inning score there. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Ryan Garco, Casey Blake, and Franklin Gutierrez due up for the Indians. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 have been played here at Progressive Field. The Yankees so far have been shut out through 6.5. The Indians scored a run in the 2nd, 4 runs in the 4th, and 4 runs in the 5th. It's 9 runs on 13 hits and no errors for the Indians. No runs, 15 hits, and 1 error committed in the escape for the Yankees. It's Garco, Blake, and Gutierrez due up. Dan Geese going to stay out there. He can face 7 more batters. Garco is 3 for 3 today with a double, a run, and an RBI. And that'll be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. That's going to be a range play. And that'll be a 3-2, column 3, row 2, ground ball to Jeter. He'll make the catch. Jeter's range is on a 1-2. It's a 1. Jeter makes the catch, spins, throws to Gambini. Gets the out, and that'll put 1 away, and that'll bring up Casey Blake. Blake is 0 for 3 today. And Casey Blake is 0 for 3. Blake going to take the hit here. And that'll be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. That is a strikeout. On a 1-14, the 20 is too high. And that'll be a 6-1, column 6, row 1. It's a base hit out there to Matsui. And Blake gets on with a base hit. Franklin Gutierrez is up. He's 3 for 3 today with 2 runs and 2 RBIs. Going to take the hit. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2 at the ballpark. And that'll be a 4-6, column 4, row 6, double star 3. And that's going to be a fly ball back there to Cabrera. And that'll be out number 2. 2 away, and that'll bring up Jason Michaels. Michaels is 1 for 3 with a home run, a run, and 3 RBIs. That'll be a 2-6, column 2, row 6, wild pitch. 1-8, it's a wild pitch. 9-10, it's a passed ball. 14, nothing happens. And that'll be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. Fly ball back there to Cabrera. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go after 7. It's Indians 9, Yankees nothing. We go to the top of the 8th. Jose Milan, Milky Cabrera, and Derek Jeter do up for the Indians. Do have a couple changes to the Indians lineup. First of all, Aaron Laffey is done. And they are going to bring in Rafael Betancourt. Betancourt going to come in to pitch this inning. Betancourt comes into the game with a 1.80 ERA, no wins, no losses, 2 saves. He's pitched 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Also, Garco going to come out at first. And they are going to bring in Michael. Nope. No change. I'm going to leave everybody as is. So it's going to be Milan, Cabrera, and Jeter due up for the Yankees. Milan is 0 for 2. I'm going to take the hit here. But by the way, let's take a quick look at the stats here for Aaron Laffey. Laffey won 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. No ERA. He stayed perfect on that 0 for 2, and that'll be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. That is a blank. Single and a 1 to 14. That is a 13. And Milan is on with a base hit. We go to the top of the order. Milky Cabrera. Cabrera is 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. Let's see. Milan, are they going to bring in a pinch runner for him? They are. They're going to bring in Brett Gardner. Gardner will come in to pinch run here. So with that, Cabrera is 1 for 2 today with a double and a walk. Gardner comes in to pinch run. That'll be a 2-5, column 2, row 5. That is a blank. That'll be a 6-1, column 6, row 1, double star 2. Fly ball back there to DeLucci. Will make the catch. And that'll put 1 away. Next up, Derek Jeter. Jeter is 1 for 3. Jeter going to take the hit here, and that'll be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. That is a possible error. And that'll be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. And that'll be a ground ball up the middle to Betancourt. He'll make the catch. And error range for Betancourt is on a 1 to 16. That is a 13. It's an error. And it's a one-base error. So Gardner will go to second. Jeter is on by an E1. And that'll bring up Bobby Abreu. Abreu is 1 for 3. Abreu going to take the hit here. And that'll be a 4-2. Excuse me there. Column 4, row 2, possible error. And that'll be a 3-3. Column 3, row 3, double star 6. It's going to be a fly ball back there to DeLucci. He'll make the catch. No error there. His error range is a 0. That is an 11. No error there, but Gardner will hold at second, and that'll be 2 outs. Next up, it's going to be A-Rod. A-Rod is 1 for 3 today. Runners on first and second. Betancourt tired. So if we roll a 2-5, a 4-5, or a 6-4, he would be pulled. And we roll a 4-2, column 4, row 2, possible error. And that'll be a 6-1. Column 6, row 1, it's going to be a double to Michaels. And Michaels' error range is on a 1 to 9. That is a 2. It's an error. It's a one-base error as he goes to throw it, but drops the ball. 2-run score. A-Rod goes to third. It's 9-2. Yankees. So an error by Jason Michael scores Gardner and Jeter. A-Rod goes to third. It's a 2-run RBI triple. We'll make that. And with that, Gambini is up. Betancourt, they're going to let him take the last pitch here, but they're going to give him one more batter. Gambini is 0 for 2 today with a walk. Is Gambini going to take the hit? Gambini is going to take the hit. And that'll be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 12, the 15 is too high. And that'll be a 5-5, column 5, row 5, fly ball back there to DeLucci. DeLucci makes the catch. And that will retire the side. So with that, we do have a new catcher on the... And that'll be Francisco Cavillo come in to catch. And we do have a little bit of a change here. Gambini is going to come out at first. And we will have Jorge Posada. Posada is going to come in at first. No double switch there. Jeter going to stay at short. Everyone else is going to stay as is. Go to the top of the order here. Yankess. He's going to stay in. Top of the order. And actually, no, Geese is going to come out. And they're going to go with Billy Traber to come in right now because we got left, right, left coming up. So they want to get a left-handed pitcher up there. And yep, Traber going to come in to pitch. Traber comes in the game with a 7.89 ERA, no wins, 1 loss. He's pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks. DeLucci going to take the hit here, and that'll be a 3-5. Column 3, row 5 at the ballpark. And that'll be a 5-5, column 5, row 5, double star 2. And that'll be a ground ball down the third baseline to Innsberg. He'll make the catch, throw it over to Posada. And that'll be out number 1. James Carroll is 0 for 3 today. Carroll not going to take Carroll going to take the hit here. And that'll be a 6-3, column 6, row 3. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 11, the 15 is too high. That'll be a 2-1, column 2, row 1. Double star 1. That'll be a ground ball down the first baseline to Posada. He'll make the catch. And that'll be out number 2. 2 away, and that'll bring up Travis Hefner. Hefner is 1 for 4 today with a strikeout and an RBI, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5, strikeout. On a 1 to 14, the 3 in range, struck him out. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on, as the Yankees retire the Indians in order, 3 up, 3 down. After 8, it's Cleveland 9, New York 2. We go to the top of the 9th. It's Hideki Matsuri, Morgan Ensberg, and Robinson Cano due up for the Yankees. Betancourt done. And they're going to bring in Rafael Perez to close this game out. Yep, Perez is going to come in to close this game out. Perez comes into the game with a 2.34 ERA. He's got no wins and 1 loss. He does have 2 saves. He's pitched 7 2/3 of an inning, allowed 8 hits, 7 strikeouts, and 1 walk. It's going to be Matsuri, Ensberg, and Cano due up. Taking a look here at the stats, Betancourt went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs, no earned runs, an ERA of a 1.50. Dan Geese went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 4.37. Taking a look here at, well, we don't want the stats, we want the box score. There we go. Taking a look at the box score after 8 innings have been played. New York finally got on the board in the top of the 8th inning with 2 runs there, 2 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. The Indians scored a run in the 2nd, 4 in the 5th, and 4 in the 5th, 4 in the 4th, and in the 5th inning as well. 9 runs on 14 hits and committed 2 errors. The Yankees have 1 error committed. So 21 hits between both teams and 3 errors committed in this game between both teams. Yankees down by 7. Will we see some 9th inning magic? That'll be a 3-6, column 3, row 6. That'll be a range play. Whose range are we checking? And that'll be a 3-5-6, column 5, row 6. It'll be a single to Carroll. His range is on a 1 to 3. It's a 5. Carroll can't make the catch, so he can't get to it in time, and Matsuri will lead off with a base hit. Morgan Ensberg is 1 for 3 today, and the pitch. Infield at normal depth with runners on first, and that'll be a 4-4. Column 4, row 4, that is a blank. And that'll be a 2-3, column 2, row 3, fly ball back there to Michaels. Michaels will make the catch and put 1 away. Robinson Cano 0 for 3. Cano going to take the hit. And that'll be a 4-4, column 4, row 4. That's going to be a walk plus. Now, on a walk plus, we add 10 to the walk range, plus whatever the modifier is for the ballpark. In this case, it is a 0, so we add a straight 10 to that. That makes it an 18. That is a 1. And that'll put runners on first and second. Franklin Caviera will be up. No average for him yet, but he's been in 1 game. This is his first game. Here is the pitch. And that'll be a 3-5-2, column 5, row 2. It's a strikeout on a 1 to 36 to 13. Struck him out. And we go to the top of the order. The Yankees down to the last out. Milky Cabrera, 1 for 3 today with a double and a walk. And that'll be a 5-6, column 5, row 6. That is a blank. And that'll be a 5-2, column 5, row 2. It's a power hit to DeLucci. On a 1 to 5, it's a single. 6 to 9, it's a double. It's a 9, it's a double. 1 run scores. Kano goes to third. The stop sign goes up for him. And Cabrera has an RBI double. It's 9 to 3. Jeter going to take the hit here. Perez, are they going to keep him in? They are going to keep him in. Giving him the one more. Try to get the out here, they say. 6-6, column 6, row 6. Strikeout on a 1 to 8. The 18 is too high. And that'll be a 1-4-5, column 4, row 5. Line drive up the middle. Perez gets it, throws it to Garco. And that's the ball game. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and the Yankees leave 2 stranded as the Cleveland Indians defeat the New York Yankees of a final score of 9 to 3. Final line. Final line score, the Cleveland Indians defeat the New York Yankees of a final score of 9 to 3. Yankees 3 runs, 9 hits with 1 error. The Indians 9 runs on 14 hits and 2 errors. Aaron Laffey picks up his first win of the season, and Mike Mussina picks up his second loss of the replay. Jason Michaels hits his second home run of the replay here. So let's take a look at the stats here. Aaron Laffey went 1 inning, picks up the win. He went 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, no ERA there. Rafael Perez, the last pitcher up for the Indians. He went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout, an ERA of 3.11. Mike Mussina picks up his second loss of the replay. He pitched 4 innings, allowed 9 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, an ERA of 7.72. And Billy Tabler, the last pitcher up for the Yankees, went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of 6.71. So that is going to do it for us here at Progressive Field as the New York Yankees drop to 12-15. And the Cleveland Indians will improve to 17-19 and split the series. So if you enjoyed the video, I am Yoko007. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up. And when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Yoko007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.